Well met.
Do you like to play with fire?
The battle!
Boys, look who it is!
You can talk all you want. Oh, hey guys. It's me, Broloth. I'm gonna do my heroic Maexxna kill. I'll show you guys how I do it. Oh, and yeah. My friend Brandon's here with me. He's just gonna chit-chat with me while I do my game. So Maexxna is kind of... Ooh, Nandayo. That's a good hand. That is true. Heroic Maexxna is a pain in the donkus. Because her hero power is free with a capital F. And she starts off with 2-on-1s. And the thing is, though, is that she'll use her web wrap at the beginning of every turn no matter what. Even if you've got enough creatures on the board for her to summon like a free doodly ding dong, like a free sea giant, she'll still send your guys back before doing anything.
A free doodly ding dong.
So I've got a perfect hand right now. Pretty much. So I'm going to drop a Pyromancer next turn. I hope she drops another one of these Skitterers. That's kind of the whole point of this game. Ah, that ooze. Not a big deal that the ooze came out, because I'll kill the ooze. But I wish it was not an ooze. I wish it was a Skitterer instead. Because the secret behind beating her is... Do you like to play with fire? Getting her to fill her board with little 1/1s to mitigate the damage you're taking. So I hope she plays like not the Cursed Shade of Next. That's not correct. It's the Shade of Next round. So I guess I'm gonna equip my axe and then I'll armor up and then just wait. So if you've seen Total Biscuit's video, you see how he cheeses the match by just using Alexstrasza to heal himself to 15 every turn while Maexxna drags out the game until she runs out of cards and then takes increasing fatigue damage. I am not going to do that because I don't think that's cool. It's not uncool. It's just not very cool. So I'm going to play Leroy here to put an extra whelp on her side of the board. Swing at her, hit her in the face, heal myself, and then I'll end my turn. So what I'm going to end up doing is I need to get a few cards in my hand. I need to get Arathi, Weapon Master. And then I mean Alexstrasza is optional. I don't need her. But she'll speed things up. Even though it's looking pretty grim for me right now with my 7 health. 6 health rather. I'm about to heal for a lot. So I heal for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as you can see, I just healed for all the damage she deals to me. So I can kind of play this game out like this until I draw those cards I need. Now the only risk here is that if I accidentally get my hand too full, I could destroy those cards in the process. I need a Arathi Weaponsmith at this point. I don't need any other cards to win right now. If I can get an Arathi Weaponsmith, I'll be all set. Or a Greenskin, either or. So for this turn, that's 5 armor. That's another 5 armor. There we go, bam, Arathi Weaponsmith. So I'm gonna heal up and slam her in the face from a 3. And now at this point, the game is pretty much over. She can't do enough damage to me every turn to kill me because she can only do 7 damage a turn. I'm gonna heal for at least 7 a turn. And if things start to get a little hairy for me, I'll be able to mitigate the damage. So I'm at 11 health effectively. What I'm going to do here is drop the Arathi Weaponsmith. I'm going to armor up and heal. And then I'm just going to slowly pick away at her health until I die. Or until she dies, rather. The cool thing is that I only need to drop my Arathi Weaponsmith every other turn because my weapon has 2 charges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can draw 2 more cards before I start handing out. That definitely speed things up. My only concern is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll survive next turn. So I'm going to get her down to 15 just to save some time. But again, you guys saw what I was doing with my weaponsmiths and stuff. Like, I didn't have to worry about anything. And then she'll swing in for 7. Which is scary because it brings me down to 1. And then I'm just going to Alexstrasza again to heal myself up to 15. And then I'll heal myself for this. Bring me up even higher.
I got Heroic Nubercon down to 20 on my first attempt.
Nice, dude. My friend Brandon doesn't have the whole collection like I do, so that's actually pretty impressive. And what class are you playing?
I'm playing the Hunter deck.
Okay, cool. So my hand's too full, so I'll swing. Drop my Rashi Weaponsmith. Heal for 3. And then I'm going to armor up, and I'm not going to drop my Voodoo Master. That is imperative that I don't drop her. Because if I drop my Voodoo Master, she'll only send 2 back. It's possible she'll, like, trade with one of her minions and then drop another creature. So for this deck, I highly recommend only ever dropping 2 minions at a time. So then this turn I will heal. I'll do this instead. Yep, heal for 4. Armor up. Heal for 1. And then swing in her face. She sends those 2 guys back. 8. Yep, cool. So I've got Alexstrasza here as kind of a backup in case I need to slam myself for 15 if I miscalculate something, but I'm good for the most part. So this turn we will slam her face. I'm going to end it a little early. I'm not going to heal really. Well, I mean, I'll heal just to be safe, but I don't need to heal. I could also drop him every turn instead of the Weaponsmith. That's just an alternative. I like using the Weaponsmith though, because it's kind of like, look what I can do.
This round is not going well. 4 turns in, he's got 2 of those Deathlords out. The 2/8 Haunters.
Well, that actually could be good for you if you can kill them.
Yeah.
And get like your Savannah Highmanes out. I was fighting the AI once, and I killed one of those things, and it pulled out my Houndmaster. I was like, oh, cool. Why would I want to use his battle cry?
Yeah.
And then we'll... So this isn't necessarily the same strategy as Total Biscuits was, where he lets the hand draw out while he heals himself and drops out Alexstrasza every turn. It's a little bit more aggressive, but once you get a certain amount of cards in your hand, if you can survive until turn 10, it's just rinse and repeat. Just like Heroic Rating! So that was my Heroic Maexxna fight. Thank you, Brandon, for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Say bye, Brandon.
Bye-bye.
Just realized that I didn't go over the deck list, for those of you curious as to what the deck list is. So here we go. We've got executes in case things get hairy. To be honest, there's a lot of cards in here I do not need. Like, I could get rid of these and replace them with like upgrades. Shield slams are literally there for me to use if they're in my hand when I don't have any armor, just to get 0, right? Just I don't care. Whirlwinds, important, super important to get whirlwinds because you need to whirlwind Wild Power Master to trigger her ability. Silences can be good. I definitely recommend silences because you can silence her eggs if she ever throws them out, and then they're just 0/2 bodies on the board. Elven Archers to pick off things that need to get picked off, and Elven Archer rather. Voodoo Doctors, super important. Fire War Axe, kind of important, not necessarily the most important. She does run acidic slimes though, so she can destroy your weapons, which is why I have an Arathi Weaponsmith in here. Ironbeak Owl to silence, like I said, her eggs if she throws them out. While Pyromancers combos into the Whirlwind to take out her 1/2s and make 1/1s. Shield blocks for that armor, super high value because it's 5 health for 3 and you get to draw. Arcane Golems I use to also pick off her 1/2s since it won't die from taking them out. And just in the late game if I need it, like it's easy damage. The big game hunters are in here in case when she's got like 6 minions, she drops a giant. You can big game the giant and get it out of there. Because you can take the 6-7 damage from the 1/1s. You cannot take the 14 damage from all those guys. Earthen Farseer is also super important. Mortal Strike, again, it's in here just to get rid of when I've got cards in my hand and I'm close to drawing out. Arathi Weaponsmith becomes the permanent 2 damage. Leroy Jenkins to put 1/1s on her side of the field so that you don't have to deal with her creatures. Brawls, in case things get hairy again, I can swap Brawls out for like Heroic Strikes, because you don't need her creatures to be there. You do want her creatures to be there, rather, so you don't really ever want to brawl. Captain Greenskin's here to replace the Arathi Weaponsmith and actually make things go a little faster. If you get your 2/2 weapon on and you swing, you no longer need to drop an Arathi Weaponsmith every other turn. You can instead drop a Captain Greenskin, and Captain Greenskin will give the weapon +1/+1 and let you keep swinging with it at increasing damage intervals. Priestess of Ellunes are here because there are certain times where I don't, I may not have the Earthen Ring Farseers. They're not as efficient as the Voodoo Doctor, who's 2 health for 1. The Earthen Ring Farseers are the second place for 3 for 3, but then the Priestess of Ellunes are 6 for 4. But it's good on certain turns, like if it's more value than nothing. It's not more value. They're there in case I don't draw the Earthen Ring Farseers. That's really it. And then Alex Draws are again, Alex Draws is completely unnecessary. You don't need it. It just speeds things up, because once you get into the combo of knowing what you're doing every turn, there's literally no point. Baron Geddon's probably not a bad card to have in here if you want to kind of take a more board control-y approach, because he'll clear her board almost every turn. The only things you have to worry about is once she gets enough mana, she will put down those 4/6 guys.
Dudes.
She will drop the 4/6 Spectral Knights, which can't be targeted by hero powers, making them almost impossible to take out with her hero power sending your guys back every turn. So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend... I mean, you could run, like, Maexxna Warsong Commander to just pick it off. But, I mean, you just don't even want to get to that point to begin with. Yeah, that's my deck. You can replace Alex Raza with, like, another Silence if you wanted. But, just... You don't want too many cards that draw, because at the end of the game you're going to be drawing fast. So, like, spells that let you draw are kind of... slams, meh. I don't really... I mean, you can use Battle Rages that'll draw you one. It'll cycle through the deck. So, Battle Rage is good to cycle through the deck. It can replace a card like Mortal Strike or the Legions or Alex Strauss if you needed to. But this is the general gist of the deck. If I had to... You could replace Battle Rages with Shield Slams, to be honest, because I usually use Shield Slam to get it out of my... Yeah, actually, that's what I'm doing here with Battle Rage. It draws, it cycles through the deck faster. So that's my heroic Maexxna deck, and sorry for not posting it originally. I'll just add this at the end of the video thingy majams.